Now it's time for the second match of Group F in today's doubleheader. It's Excelsior High, the home team, taking on Kingston Technical. We are in St. Andrew, Jamaica. Yeah, so welcome back to the Excelsior High School, and we're getting ready now, Kimani, for the second game. Excelsior High taking on Kingston Technical. No Makwan Aldridge for Kingston Technical this season. What should we expect from this game?
It's going to be a difficult game for Kingston Technical. Excelsior has home field advantage, but the Kingston Technical team is very, very resilient, as we have not seen last year. So let's just head over to commentary, and they'll take us through the rest of the game. Yeah, back to you, Donald.
So both these teams getting ready to make an impact in the group stages of the Manning Cup. A lot expected from Excelsior High. They are, of course, at home, and you saw their captain Antoine Johnson, their big defender, and it's going to be difficult for this Kingston Technical team to prove themselves once again, to show their worth. They were considered to be a big surprise last term until they unraveled in the latter part of the Manning Cup competition as they got through to the knockout stages. Mentioned before, Gerard Morrisili, that there is no Makwan Aldridge. He's taken his trade and he's gone to Jamaica College, we hear. But as these teams make their way out, again, Kingston Technical in the white and black, looking to make a mark. They're yet to win a Manning Cup crown. Excelsior, they're more experienced in terms of silverware, and of course the team with the prestige with 7 Manning Cup titles, as well as 2 All-Ireland Olivier Shield. We now pause for the playing of the national anthem. So the teams meet each other, and the toss will occur afterwards. But as far as the recent head-to-head is concerned between these two, they would have met last year, and Excelsior got the better of Kingston Technical by 3-1. Usually it's close affairs between these two teams. There was a 2-1 result back in 2019, as well as a 1-0 win, the 1-0 victory to Kingston Technical, the 2-1 result in favor of Excelsior. So despite the fact that Excelsior is considered to be the team with the prestige, as we take a look at the men in charge of this one, led by Malika Reed, who will be the one in the middle. It's pretty close between these two as we take a look at the Excelsior starting lineup. Janavan Wall is in goal. They have a back four of Edwards, Johnson, Medwinter and Green in the middle of the park. Javier Edwards and Timor McLeod as holding midfielders. Richard Andrews will be playing behind Fuller, Bailey and Russell. So a 4-3-3 formation for the Xavier Gilbert coached Excelsior High. As we transition to Kingston Technical, they will also have a 4-3-3 lineup. Jaheim Orr in goal. In front of him a back four of Lawrence, Merritt, Grant and Smythe, Robinson, Forbes and Sinclair, the trio in the middle of the park, and up front Sinclair, Fowler and Williams. Nicholas Smith, of course, is in charge of this unit. Of course, coverage is brought to you courtesy of Digicel, better together. Excelsior High against Kingston Technical High School, and both teams wanting to start the group stage positively here. Excelsior with the home support. There they are in the traditional green and gold. We usually treat it some really good football when Excelsior they play at home. Let's see if something special will be on offer this afternoon. Still the threat of rain, but let's hope it actually stays away on this occasion. Everything is now in place, and we're on the way here at Excelsior High School. Kingston Technical with the possession in the early stages of this one. Jordan Fowler getting a first touch, and he looks to get on the end of that one. Actually, he left it for Tadane Williams. Long throw inside the box. As Kingston Technical tried to start off strongly, there's a whistle on that play.
It'll be very interesting to see how Excelsior really performed this season. For each of the last 9 seasons, they've either finished first or second in their group, getting out of the group in all of those seasons. So it'll be very intriguing to see.
Oh, here's Kingston Technical. Oh, if that had gone through, you know, that would have been some issues for Excelsior, but Antoine Johnson was in the right place at the right time. Now here they go the other way, Excelsior. Just 1 to aim for inside the box, now make it 3. And Kingston Technical doing well at the back. They've given up a throw though. Kingston Technical really did impress last season, especially in the group stages, the preliminary round. Sean Charlton was the man in charge of that unit. He's not there anymore. As with a lot of things in football, reasons, political. But they have a new man at the helm. And he's hoping to guide them through. Xavier Gilbert, as if he has been at Excelsior High forever, really. Knew that he had a stint with Dintil a few seasons back, but he's back here at Excelsior High. Was sporting director at one stage, but he's back on the sidelines doing what he does best, I reckon. Of course, he is also with the National Senior Women's Program, part of the coaching staff. A successful World Cup qualification as Kingston Technical looking to go ahead here, and stubborn defending by Excelsior. Kingston Technical through Jordan Fowler. Now Sinclair trying to make a stab at that one to the edge of the box. Kingston Technical not lacking in confidence, but Excelsior, they appear to be cool at the back so far.
There was a lot of talk before the game about Kingston Technical losing their talisman.
Well, here's Excelsior getting a shot off, and the save had to be made. Excelsior still with the possession. Ball is put behind, to say the least. So goal kick to Kingston Technical.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk of Kingston Technical losing their talisman in Aldridge to Jamaica College, but Excelsior has also lost several of their key players, both of their co-captains.
Before we get to just to show, Nicholas Smith is a new man in charge of Kingston Technical now, and as I said before, he's hoping to make a mark as Kingston Technical. There are no more pushovers. A lot is expected of them. That was a sliding challenge coming in, you know. Kingston Technical still with the possession inside the box. Over on the far side there was J. Dean Forbes trying to make a run inside the area.
In fact, on their opening day last season, J. Dean Forbes was the man who opened the scoring for Kingston Technical. If you remember, that was on the grounds of Jamaica College. And they have retained quite a few of their players. So even though they've lost Makwan Aldridge, good to see that the likes of Fowler, Forbes, Biko Smythe, some of those players coming back. The goalkeeper, Jaheim Orr as well. So a lot of experience still within their ranks. Young players.
Enough to form a core. Yep.
Yeah. Kimarley Lawrence as well. So yeah, and those players would be a lot better off now because of that experience. They did fall away, as Donald said, at the back end of the season, and that came down, I thought, to fitness and nutrition as well. Don't really have a strong program, Kingston Technical, in terms of influx of money as well. A similar problem to Clancarthy and others. So, but they have a lot of talented players within their ranks. But as the season went on, you could really see it took a toll on them, and their results fell away, even though they got to the final of the Walker Cup.
A final which they competed very well in.
Some may say they got there by default in the end because there were some teams that were removed. Picked up in the middle of the park, driving effort, that's wide of the mark. And he was looking to unleash, and he did, but it wasn't accurate. It was wide of the mark, but the dive, almost desperate looking dive from Jaheim Orr, as he tried his best to get there. That was Javier Edwards with the strike. Excelsior have been known over the years to score the spectacular. We have quite a few goals from Excelsior that have made top 10 because they have taken shots from some 30-40 yards out. Top of that list, Ron Beal right here a few seasons back. Yeah. And it from a similar position actually. So they do have that reputation, Excelsior. That wasn't to be won though. Quite an experienced quartet officiating this game as well. Malika Reed, Damian Williams, FIFA assistant, Rolanza Bennett as well, and Carvel Banton, who just did the previous game. So high intensity game here, and no surprise that the Referees Association have gone for a strong quartet as well. Green sends this one inside, and a shot again from distance, connected easily by Orr. Nicalia Fuller. So both these teams had such impressive first round results last season. Excelsior top in their zone, Kingston Tech beating Jamaica College early. So both making it through to the quarterfinals, but not making it through to the semi-finals. Of course, Excelsior, even though they did top the group, there were a couple of teams who were removed due to ineligible players. Camperdown and Tivoli Gardens as well. Gardens, yep. Yeah. Tivoli has had a really good start to this season with a 4-0 victory. But yeah, last season was one to forget for themselves and Camperdown. Nevertheless, the statistics will show that Excelsior topped the zone and won the first match. Forget the reasons, right? Yeah, exactly. And won the first match in their quarterfinal group against this opponent, and then just didn't have anything left against
Kingston College and Charlie Smith.
Here's Kingston Technical today. Williams, though, ventured into an offside position.
Speaking about Excelsior, they went quite far in the Walker Cup. They went to the semi-finals. They unfortunately lost to the eventual winners in St. Catherine High. Nothing to be ashamed about there.
Here's Excelsior going forward. Was there a challenge here? The flag goes up to signal a free kick on the edge of the box.
Wow.
It was Russell who was cut down there.
And Damian Williams there with the flag. That's touch and go as to where it was. Almost looked like it was in the box initially, but I guess the tackle just outside. Dangerous position. But yeah, that penalty shootout, I wish you didn't remind me, it was not one to remember, I can tell you. Kingston Tech. You do remember it's 5 shooters each. It ended 2-1, so you go figure.
Kingston Technical will have bad memories of a free kick around the top of their box from an Excelsior player. Javon Smith scoring a beauty last season in their quarterfinal encounter.
Well, let's see what's going to happen here. The ball being set up by Kingston Technical. And there's the effort that was intended for the back post. 3 Excelsior players were waiting on it, but it was
too deep.
Just too high.
I wonder if he would have been better served going directly for goal.
I thought that was a plan, actually.
I think it was still a bit of a difficult angle. Right at the edge of the 18. Not very easy to create something there. So with the tall players that Excelsior have, it wasn't a bad ploy. It's just that the delivery wasn't good. And if you notice on that delivery, 3 players were unmarked from Excelsior. Or ended up being unmarked. That match you mentioned in the quarterfinal produced 4 goals, so it was a really exciting encounter. McQuan Aldridge himself scored in that game as well for Kingston Technical. So we must hope that this game will produce that kind of drama in terms of goals.
I'm sure Aldridge still has that vested interest in Kingston Technical, even though he's plying his trade elsewhere these days. Ball played inside the area, and 2 players were trying to get on the end of that one, and the flag went up. Probably both were offside, but definitely Fowler trying to get there.
I must say one of the noticeable things this season as well has been the, let's see after this, has been the style of the gear that we've seen. You spoke about it on match day 1, but really stylish in terms of what they've created. The Schoolboy football arena, nice fashions. It seems as well that Kingston Technical have gone one step further because they have names on the back of their gear, so they've obviously gotten us an extra sponsor, I figure.
You're saying that, you know, they're not well supported, Kingston Technical?
Monetarily, but yeah, as you said, that's a nice sign, a nice touch. Maybe credit to the season they had last year.
Here's the delivery. Easily handled by Kingston Technical. They were pleading for a handball there.
I must say that it would be nice if the names were more prominent in the back. You have to put on that, use that telescope to pick them up.
Baby steps though, Chris Taylor. Baby steps. Here's Kingston Technical through Fowler. Ball played inside of the back post as Beaker Smythe was trying to find Ronai Sinclair. Had to retrieve. Ball delivered inside. It's a good delivery. The keeper coming together with the onrushing Tadane Williams, and Wall will need some attention. There's Williams.
Well, on the bench.
Again, the ball played over the top and Wall collecting. Distribution wasn't the best though.
I must say he's been very brave so far, constantly coming off of his line to collect anything over the top.
Fowler gets there, almost beating the Excelsior defender.
I like the attempt.
Russell. I'm not sure who exactly was aiming for, Russell. And here's the ambitious long ball. The keeper is off his line. And the Excelsior captain, Antoine Johnson, was in the right place there.
This game you can see already a lot more physical. You look at the players, their physique, stronger on the ball. If you notice, they're not easily bounced off of the ball, which was a big difference to what we saw in the first game. So I can only imagine when that matchup happens.
Yeah.
I think they will be dominated physically, Clancarthy and Campion.
That was going to be very difficult to call in favor of Excelsior.
And when people talk about physicality, they only like to mention, you know, how big you are, how strong you are, but pace, speed really is an important component of physicality as well. And these two teams, you can see from the off, they definitely have that over both of the teams we saw earlier as well.
Yeah, but just technically, their tussle, how they use their body to protect the ball, the use of the arms as well, so that opponents can't come into your zone. That's a very big part of football as well, which they're doing a lot better. You know, you can't allow players into your zone or they'll dominate the ball. So these two teams obviously are a step ahead of the other two in terms of their technical capabilities and training so far.
Heading towards 17 minutes. We haven't really seen a standout so far. Let's see what Excelsior can do with this attack. Edwards does well. Sends this one inside the box. Oh, on the volley. Not sure if he had the best connection there. On the edge of the box, just swinging that one. And couldn't quite place it. On that occasion, Russell. Or was it Richard Andrews, in fact? Yep.
We know that coach Xavier Gilbert favors a 4-2-3-1 formation, and that attacking midfield player last season was Rajan Joseph, a real quality, Premier League quality player. It will be very interesting to see.
Sinclair inside, the keeper couldn't get there. Oh, it's cleared off the line. Kingston Technical coming really close to go ahead, and now they have a position to try and capitalize from this free kick at the top of the D.
Good build-up play. Weak defending in the left-back region by Excelsior there. That was sloppy and the recovery just wasn't there. This should have been finished.
Sinclair there.
I mean, kudos to the captain of Excelsior for being in the right place at the right time. But the finish, I guess the angle was a bit acute, I must say, though, for Sinclair.
So free kick to Kingston Technical. Quite a few players who are behind this one, but this is really position A1.
You remember the free kick from Forbes last season. He started the season, similar position, similar time in the game as well. I think that first goal came after 20 minutes last year.
Here's a free kick. Oh, what a save that is! Fantastic! Forbes with the effort, denied by by Wall. And the Kingston Technical coming close. They have a corner kick now.
It was nearly deja vu. Quality from the dead ball by Forbes.
This one all along the turf. Not a lot of quality there. And Excelsior pretty fortunate to not go behind. Jadavin Wall with that really good effort in making the save. Late challenge coming in. Referee calling the play back.
Yeah. And Forbes, if you remember him from last season, does have the way. Look at that. That was a top kick. They call him Diego. JD and Forbes, although he uses the right foot instead of the left. But yeah, that was a top save as well.
Flag has gone up for offside. Good game so far. Good game between these two.
Yeah. Good quality to it so far as well. Forbes does have a way. We remember him last season going very absent in games, but once you get that dead ball opportunity, he is a man of quality, and so is this man between the sticks. Many might not remember him from last season, but he was one of those standouts for Excelsior as well.
Not sure why he left it there. Dangerous position now, and no issues in the end for Excelsior. Ronaldinho Medwinter, the number 7, who's one of the centre backs for Excelsior. We don't really see that too often. Number 7 at the back.
Excelsior being very brave and playing out from the back today. It almost cost them then, and it's created the opportunity now.
Of course, Jadavin Wall between the sticks for Excelsior. He actually has a twin brother on the bench.
Who we just saw.
Yeah, Nathaniel Wall.
Number 21, there he is.
Does he know that he can watch it on the SportsMax app and doesn't need to video it? But that's another discussion altogether.
Plays in the midfield unlike his brother. His twin brother had a game to remember. This is the keeper that is last season against St. Catherine. Not very tall in stature, but certainly has good spring in his legs, as you could see when he saved that free kick attempt.
He needed it.
And let me tell you, he went with the right hand. The left hand was the closest to the ball, and he went with the right hand. So you understand how much ground he covered as well to get there. How much spring. This game has been...
I think there's some signs behind the right hand having a better chance to reaching that one, but that's another discussion altogether. So free kick to Excelsior. The captain is behind this one. Johnson looking to be provider. Sends this one inside the area. The header wasn't the strongest from Lennon Green. And I think he was stepped on accidentally.
Yeah.
And just getting a little bit of encouragement from JD and Forbes.
This game has definitely been fiercely contested so far. You haven't really seen much settled possession from each side trying to attack each other very quickly, a lot of quick transitions. Maybe the game could do with that a tad bit slowing down, but it's definitely been a very entertaining watch, definitely for a neutral so far.
Yeah, well, the middle of the park is very busy, not a lot of space there. If you think about where Kingston Technical created the opportunities was in the wide areas in the left back region of Excelsior. So when they've pulled wide, which has more space, a bit of joy, but so far a lot of play through the middle. And yeah, it's very busy in there right now. This was the incident. Can't really see much there.
Yeah, just an accident that they're coming together. Forbes stepping on the foot of Green.
After a jump, so I guess all his weight coming down there.
Yeah. Always a sight here at Excelsior High. The especially during the week when a match is being played here.
And there are quite a few Kingston technical supporters close to us here, in uniform and out. So nice support for both teams. Well, it's expected to have the Excelsorian support, but good to see the Kingston technical team making the journey. Xavier Gilbert. Been here at Excelsior a long time.
With the girls team in particular, that's where he would have made his name with the Excelsior High School girls football team.
Yeah, initially. Good cricketer in his day, Xavier Gilbert. Played with St. George's, under 19 Jamaica representative in cricket. Xavier Gilbert, fast bowler.
Medium fast. He's probably going to have a go at me afterwards.
Exactly.
If he hears.
You can face the delivery.
Oh, Excelsior does that neatly. Oh, really good. What can they make of this now? Oh, that's wonderful. Just one to beat, but he's forced to go wide. That's good defending from Thierry Merritt. Excelsior, though, still with the possession.
I'm sure when his parents named him, they didn't expect him to play centre back.
Well, the Merritt kind of killed it, right? Here's Excelsior. And interception made. Because Thierry Merritt now sounds like a defender. Jordan Fowler. Fowler controls, or at least now he does. Looking for an early ball inside. But to your point, Liché, probably the game just needs to slow down a little bit, because that was another opportunity to just take his time. There's a foul on the edge of the box, and you can't keep on giving free kicks to Kingston Technical so close to the area.
Luckily for them, it's on the opposite side, as we got a sight of the Courtney Walsh Pavilion.
Excelsior, we know, is a breeding ground for cricket talent.
Yeah. Of course, Forbes leaves this one because this is not a good angle for him. It's better suited to the left footer, but only right footers we see setting up here.
Decides to go straight into the ball for Nice Sinclair. Not a lot of imagination in that effort. Not as effective this occasion of coming out of defense. Excelsior throw into Kingston Technical. Fowler sends it inside, and in front of the near post. It was always going to be difficult to try and redirect that to goal. Tadane Williams, but he's been in a lot of the action so far, the Kingston Technical number 9.
Another survivor from last season, Tadane Williams. Lots of fight between these two teams. Big battles, big mini battles as well. So no real out and out chance for Excelsior so far. Probably the chance for Sinclair would have been one for Kingston Tech from the acute angle.
Lawrence does well. Didn't quite receive the return ball, and he had to bring down the onrushing Michaela Fuller. And it's a free kick to Excelsior High. Fuller though needs some attention.
Yeah, this game is proving to be extremely competitive, extremely aggressive. A lot of tackles flying in.
Challenge actually came in from Jamario Robinson. Lawrence was also there as the ball didn't quite reach the left back, but now it's going to be a free kick to Excelsior. So free kick. Midwinter is behind this. Ronaldinho, Midwinter with the effort. Oh, just over the top. That wasn't too far away, you know. And that's why the centre back wears the number 7.
His name obviously has some Brazilian influence. He tried to show it there. Effort just went over.
Midwinter applies his trade in the triple jump as well, so very much a part of the track and field program here at Excelsior High. So too young Green, Lennon Green, who is a sprinter, the right back. Oh, that's not a bad delivery at all, you know, just over the head of Rain Sinclair. He has to place that inside the 6-yard box. They work well over on the far side. Lennon Green and Fuller. Thinking of the shot, McLeod decides to go wide. Flag stays down. Russell pulls it back. Here's the chance. Oh my goodness, he skied it. Richard Andrews with a big opportunity there for Excelsior. I'm not sure if he also kicked the turf in the process as well, or was there a little bit of a bubble right before he hit it, but it wasn't on target, the result.
Yeah, I think there was, unfortunately for him. That the best chance for Excelsior so far, coming after half an hour. Nice build-up play. Yeah, this field is better than, a lot better than we've seen over the years, but there's still a bit of unevenness about it, which can affect that.
And it's a little hard as well.
Yeah, it can affect the kicks. The support is out.
Excelsior in the attacking third. It's a chance here. And good defending by Nashon Grant. Oh, well taken down on the left-hand side. Coming back to help out Javier Edwards. It's really a battle of attrition in the middle of the park as Kingston Technical come forward. Thinking of the shot had to be blocked there by Midwinter. An Excelsior player is down. He's going to get some attention now. That's Russell. But really quite a battle in the middle of the park. as we see players go down from time to time. It's really been a physical encounter.
Forbes for Kingston Technical has really tried to take the game by the scruff of the neck there. I think that's Timoy McLeod down right by the center circle. He has a very important job this season, replacing Joel Jones at the base of the Excelsior midfield, who was one of their captains last season. So I think it would be very imperative for him to control the tempo of the Excelsior team this season. The Kingston Technical support is...
Yeah, they've just arrived this batch anyway.
They're very raucous in their support for their team, and rightfully so. They've been right in this game, and they'll be looking to push on for the rest of it.
You're right, it was Timor McLeod who was down, and not Rashawn Russell being helped off. Hopefully he'll be okay. But yeah, not a bad game so far between Excelsior and Kingston Technical. And here's Excelsior trying to make that position. This is Russell, the number 8. Russ looking for the return, doesn't get it, it goes the other way. Edwards delivery, can he connect it? It's headed wide of the mark. You speak about timing and rushing. Is there anything else he could have done with that delivery?
I think he's just have a little bit of composure. They had a 2-on-1 on the back post. That's what the overload on the left side created. So I think he's just have a bit of composure, but I think that will come with more match sharpness. And he's a right back after all, so we speak about defenders' finishes.
Here goes the other way, and Fowler cutting inside, did it a little clumsily. Oh, nicely done! Oh, it almost turned out to be something spectacular from Forbes. Oh, the turn was brilliant, and the finish, I don't know, 12 inches from perfection, maybe, but Forbes almost pulled something out of the hat there.
Jadine Forbes, as mentioned before, has really been trying to take the game by the scruff of the neck, and he almost did that to perfection there. Excellent skill to evade the centre back. Shot just a little bit too high, but it's always difficult to control a volley like that.
Excelsior, can they go ahead here? Ball pulled across, surely! Oh yes, they go ahead! In flight! Richard Andrews with the tap in the 37th minute, and the supporters go cock-a-hoop.
That was brilliant play down the right wing. Fuller has been also a very dangerous player. Excellent cross there by Bailey. And I spoke about Excelsior being able to replace Joseph from last season, and Richard Andrews has done his best impression. He's a diamond of that Excelsior team, and he's proved it there with that goal. Excelsior 1-0 up against Kingston Technical.
It was swift, so quick, from one end of the field to the next. And Richard Andrews, he's had his chances in this game, but the easiest opportunity he really did take well. Just a tap-in was required, and he's on the score sheet for the first time this season, Richard Andrews.
Yeah, good finish into the far corner, composed. Sion got a couple of opportunities earlier, got the bobble and kicked it over the bar. Chance before, he didn't get right when he tried to kick on the volley. But this one was clinical, and how he opened up his body. Really good.
And that's the importance of taking your chances, because right at the other end, Forbes had a really good opportunity he created for himself, didn't take it, and then right up at the end of Excelsior, they took their chance, and just like that, they're 1-0 up.
Very next play. Excelsior did score first against Kingston Technical in their quarter-final game, and then conceded shortly after, so that will be something that they'll need to be careful of. I'm sure they will remember it. If not the player, Xavier Gilbert certainly will.
There's Excelsior again. Looking for the additional yard of space, sends it out wide. This is Russell. Russell got back up and fires it straight to the keeper. The follow-up is over the top. The effort coming in from McLeod. But it was some decent work by Russell. Banged it straight at Orr. And then Timon McLeod wanted a little bit more composure there.
Good strike by Russell, but it was weak defending there. Initially shouldn't have gotten the second chance after he was blocked off, but made the most of it. Good save though.
Williams going at it over on the far side, trying to win possession, but Lennon Green, the part-time sprinter, did enough to cover.
Before any games were played in this group, these two teams would have been the ones that would probably have been expected to come 1-2. So it'd be interesting to see how things progress. This would have been and is the big matchup of this group, unless a couple other teams have a real surprise. But if last year was anything to go off of, and the first 39 minutes of this one, yeah, these two teams will be up at the top or very close.
Again, the ball over the top, but back there is Merritt. Doing enough, Thierry Merritt. Ball played forward. Kingston Technical with a chance through to Dane Williams. Forced to go wide by Medwinter. Had time, decided to make the hurry clearance. Russell gets a forward pass, heading to the byline, pulls it across, the keeper gathers and holds on well. Too much on it, no problems there for J. David Hall.
Such a composed goalkeeper. His name is Wall. He's hoping to be as impenetrable as one today.
Well, if his first save is anything to go by, he'll be a difficult man to beat.
Fuller has proven to be a very tricky customer so far today on that right wing.
I think it's Lawrence was one that brought him down on that occasion.
He's going into the book as well.
No, it was Lawrence. We'll confirm in a second.
There was Sinclair who was booked. It was just a slight throw of an arm as the ball was flicked over his head.
It was a reaction stimulated by pride, Chris Taylor. Corner kick for Excelsior High. At the back post.
With only 2 minutes left in the first half, I think Excelsior will definitely be focusing on not conceding any late goals in the half that can really dampen the mood going into the second half. So I think they'll be trying their best to stay solid as Medwinter deals with that one. Half clears that one.
Kingston Technical. Ball over the top. Not a proper connection there. The keeper though mopping up. Had to get there before Jordan Fowler. There's a collision between the two.
I was a bit surprised that Fowler wasn't called offside because it seemed like he had gone ahead of the play, but I guess not. Yeah, Wall, anticipation as a goalkeeper, very good. Decisive in his movement. And close it down early. This ball over the top. It does seem like Fuller was ahead of the race, but yeah, that first touch didn't really go his way. Fowler.
The left back, Damar Edwards didn't really cover himself in glory there with that attempted clearance, but luckily his keeper is so attentive to come off of his line and clear it.
They're still all smiles despite being behind the Kingston Technical supporters. And they don't look too enthusiastic despite the fact that they're in front. Excelsior. Hoping that Jadavin Wall will be able to continue for Excelsior's sake. He's been quite good in the first half. Just a couple of minutes to be added for stoppages. I suppose they'll officially begin once Wall gets up and restarts the game. As we take a look back at the goal, and it was lightning quick, the transition from defense to attack. Fuller doing well and setting free Bailey, and Richard Andrews getting his first. Russell just losing it, a flailing arm there, catching the Kingston Technical number 6. The keeper comes out and punches it. Not the most convincing clearance by Orr. Edwards sends it out over to the right hand side. Gets it back. Trying to thread that one through to the edge of the box. Edwards gets it back.
I've really been impressed by Excelsior's shape so far. The two centre backs and the two defensive midfielders in Javier Edwards and Timoy McLeod have really created a base for the attackers to really do their thing, really create a lot of opportunities. Richard Andrews has had the opportunity to stay really close to the striker in Stephen Bailey, and that's what the goal came from. Quick interchange between all four of the forward players. They'll definitely be looking forward to doing more of that in the second half.
Just getting a knock on his arm, Jaheim Orr. Continuing to hydrate in the process. The Kingston Technical custodian. That's the end of the first half. The home team with the advantage. And it's their number 11 who converted from close range, Richard Andrews, getting his name on the score sheet for the first time this season. Jadavin Wall making a fantastic save, denying Jadine Forbes, who has been wonderful for Kingston Technical so far. Jaheim Orr hasn't had a whole lot of work to do, but Excelsior with the advantage, and with the meeting now you can sense that they know that they can do better, and Forbes would want to take opportunities that I think he will create in the second half. The game is pretty balanced despite the fact that Excelsior, they have the advantage after 45 minutes. They lead Kingston Technical High School by a goal to nil.
Welcome to the Excelsior High School ISSA secondary football action, Zone F. And we're here in Kingston, Jamaica. The home team, Excelsior High, they lead Kingston Technical by a goal to nil after 45 minutes. Schoolboy football powered by Digicel. Everybody bouncing before the whistle. Kingston Technical in the white shirt, Excelsior in their well-known yellow and green. And yeah, busy in the middle of the park. Excelsior coming forward. A strike probably was going off target, but Jaheim Orr was taking no chances and pushed it around the post. They continue to come forward. Excelsior, that one was comfortably wide. Jaheim Orr not really knowing his position very well. And then Kingston Technical with a ball put into the box. Sinclair should probably have finished this, and it was excellent work by the Excelsior defense in thwarting that Antoine Johnson there. Then this free kick from Jadine Forbes, scored from a similar range in the first match last season. He thought it might have been deja vu. Wall said no with an impressive save. And then after 37 minutes, the moment that would break the deadlock, night ball into the box, and that was a good finish by Richard Andrews. They call him Diamond, and there's certainly nothing rough about this finish. Lovely with the left foot, just opening up the body really well after the build-up play from Fuller. who's been instrumental for Excelsior in the middle of the park with his flair and trickery. And then, yeah, the celebration to go with it for their number 11. We had two opportunities leading up to that attempt. 1-0 Excelsior. They continued to come forward. Fuller again, ball put out to the box, and then this strike with the right boot, and it was well saved. So 1-0 after 45 minutes, that goal coming after 37 minutes. 10 shots, 4 on target for Excelsior, 2 from 5 for Kingston Technical, some 12 fouls between the two, and 1 yellow card shown to Sinclair for Kingston Technical. 1 offside as well, 1 corner for them as well. And their goalkeeper has been busier, 3 saves. Majority of the possession for Excelsior, and the only goal after 45 minutes. Excelsior High 1, Kingston Technical 0. We'll hear what goodies Gerard has for us on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot, Chris. Of course, yes, I do have some goodies. Well, this match is being shown on YouTube. It's live streaming there. So let's head there and see what comments we can get out of that. Cryptic FF says KT with 2 rocket ship emojis. I guess that means that they're going to launch up. And of course, Nicholas Brown saying, keep your head up, boys. Play good ball. And that could be for either team, because he didn't leave a comment out to say which team he's supporting. So let's take it as he's meaning both teams. He just wants to see good football. And Mafia King says he just came from school and he's tuned in to see what KT is doing. That's his school, yeah? So thank you, Mafia King, for leaving school, coming in and watching the game. And let's head over now to Kimani, who has some fans from both Excelsior High and Kingston Technical. Let's see what's going on out there.
Alright, thank you, Gerard. I'm here standing with fans from both Excelsior High and Kingston Technical. Alright, so you can tell these fans are excited. Let me start with Excelsior first. Excelsior, how are you guys feeling about the match thus far? You're up 1-0. What's the word?
A full ground now,
Alright, so Kingston Technical down 1-0. Your team is really good. What do you think going to happen?
As a true believer, we believe in our school, I will know so after in the match.
Alright. Well, you can tell the fans are ecstatic and they are ready to go. And we will be heading to a commercial break now, and more from the second half coming soon.
this group encounter between Excelsior High and the Kingston Technical High School. Moments away from the kickoff and the start of this second half. Excelsior leading this fixture by a goal to nil. That's not to say Kingston Technical are out of this. They've created a few chances. They've looked dangerous, especially through Jadine Forbes, their number 8. And they'll be looking to continue. That's a lovely ball spread through. The keeper comes off his line, and that's a penalty surely. Keeper may be in some trouble here. The yellow card comes out as well. I reckon that Wall made a move and it was too late. He was never going to get there in time. And in the end, he proved to just be a block for the striker. And the Kingston Technical, they're off to the races.
What a lovely pass that was. Excellent work. Yeah, I can't really blame Wall too much. I'm not sure what else he could have done. What he did well was to force the striker to go wide.
Yeah.
So maybe he didn't have to extend that left arm after that, but I guess he wouldn't have known where the ball was. Had to commit Wall. Yeah, good start for Kingston Technical. What a way to get the second half off and running.
And Donald, you were just speaking about Forbes and his impact, and it was his run in behind from midfield that drew the foul from the keeper Wall. And now they have a penalty.
Yeah, you can see how Wall did well to force Forbes to go wide. Had he seen where the ball had gone, Wall, he might have pulled back his arms and not caused the infringement. Lovely pass though by Fowler. And to bend that ball, Jordan Fowler there, number 11, around the Excelsior back line like that was excellent work. As I said, Forbes on the overlap, who's looked the most dangerous so far. And I wouldn't be surprised if he is given the duties from the penalty spot.
Well, Tadane Williams is the one who may be placing this on the spot for Kingston Technical. They're a striker. They're number 9.
Interesting.
He's been forced to wait for a bit as Jadavin Wall was treated. Wall is known for his spectacular saves. The question is, can he deny Williams from 12 yards? Tadane Williams against Jadavin Wall. Williams steps up, scores with conviction. I think they deserve that equalizer, Kingston Technical. They're making a match out of this. And Williams on the score sheet for the first time. The equalizer for KT, 1-1.
Yeah, he finds the camera. Does Tadane Williams. Good penalty into the far corner. And had Wall even chosen the right direction, I don't think he would have saved that. Good penalty. And we're all square. What a start to the second half. And this is following the script in terms of what we saw last season. Excelsior going ahead, and then Kingston Technical just pulling back that one. You'd have to say against the run of play, even though the second half just started. Excelsior finished the half the better team. But they're silencing the home crowd here, Kingston Technical, with that.
We'll be looking to see if Excelsior can continue to further that script from last season in the game and try and win this game by 2-3-1.
Well, quite a few questions have been asked by Kingston Technical of Excelsior. A number of those questions asked by Forbes. He was the one that created havoc as Wall brought him down. Here's another ball over the top. Wall, easier for him this time.
Good speed by Williams. You can tell that he has the speed on the back line of Excelsior. Williams.
Nicely done by Jordan Fowler, who's also been instrumental Sinclair. Oh, delightful ball over the top. Oh, what a goal! That was absolutely brilliant. The finish by Forbes as well was sublime. And in just 5 minutes in the second half, Kingston Technical, they've turned this totally around and they lead by 2 goals to 1.
Well, Jaden Falls, what a performance. We spoke about how instrumental he was to this Kingston Technical team. That was a lovely ball, but what about the finish? Earning the penalty 2 minutes before that, and then a finish like this. I mean, the ball was brilliant, but look at this for finish. This is even better than the Clancarty finish we saw in the match before, which was a looping header over the keeper. This more difficult, but the execution perfect.
Van Persie-esque, the finish from Jadine Forbes. What a special youngster this is. It was a wonderful ball from the middle of the park. And from Sinclair to Forbes, we're going to remember the assist as well as the finish. And all of a sudden, Kingston Technical in charge of this fixture.
We were just talking about how Excelsior are looking to repeat the script from last season. Well, that script needs to be torn up and thrown away immediately, because they'll need to find new solutions to try and fix this problem. And it seems like they're rattled already. Will it be Kingston Technical that will take the reins and push on and win this game?
Kingston Technical, they are presently down to 10 players. Their number 11 is off, injured. Jordan Fowler may have been injured in the celebration. God knows what he did by the corner flag, but he's getting some treatment. So Kingston Technical, they're down to 10 players at the moment.
Down to 10, but up in the scoreline. What a start to this game. It's been a hot encounter right from minute 1. They have silenced the crowd, Kingston Technical, well, at least the green and yellow version of it. Really good game.
You could tell that they're growing in confidence, Kingston Technical, because that goal was right out of the top drawer.
Let's not underestimate the 12-man factor as well. So I do expect Excelsior to be resurgent and really show a lot of fight, especially with the support behind them. They will have that belief. But yeah, good start to the second half for KT.
Here's a shot that's rifling from distance. It was from Rain Sinclair, the skipper.
And he's out of position.
He is out of position and he has to regather that one straight to him. There are quite a few players down. 2 Kingston Technical players. And the Excelsior custodian in Jadavin Wall.
Wall seems to really be struggling.
Yeah, and they may have to make a change actually.
Goalkeeper Michael Clark is warming up.
Well, he's warm already.
Seems to be ready to go. Will this now also be a cause of concern for Excelsior, seeing that Wall was so pivotal in what they want to do, how assertive he was coming for the ball? Yes, he gave up a penalty, but that's the energy that you want from a keeper. Will this backup keeper Michael Clark be just like that? Will Kingston Technical be looking to exploit that with balls over the top? It's all to be seen here.
Well, he has a bigger frame, Michael Clark.
Well, there's a reason Wall is a number 1, eh? Yeah, there's a reason Wall is a number 1, because he is the best of the lot. So obviously it would be concerning for Excelsior the fact that they have had to change goalkeepers, because obviously they would rather Wall between the sticks. So yeah, Clark has been in this position before. He was a starting keeper He was a starting keeper for some of the games last season. And yeah, Wall took over the main duties, so not as if he's not used to playing time. Unfortunate for Wall to start to this second half for Kingston Technical.
If you never believed in momentum before, you definitely should now.
Here's our John Joseph, one of the stars of last season for Excelsior. Amazing that none of the 4 goal scorers are at any of the 2 schools anymore.
From last year.
From last year, yeah. That 3-1 defeat, that 3-1 victory for Excelsior. So, yeah. Some fresh scorers, fresh impact. A real feisty contest.
So expect quite a bit of stoppage time at the end of the 90 for this game as well. Michael Clark with his first contribution here. Not the most convincing clearance.
Boomerang kick.
Oh, that was late. I think
2-footed as well. You'll get a talking to from Malika Reed.
I think he actually slipped in the end. Jamaria Robinson, I don't think there was any real intent behind it. Oh, we've given up possession. Excelsior couldn't quite capitalize. Forced to recycle from the back. Hurried ball up the field. Didn't need to do that. Thierry Merritt.
Lacking the composure of his namesake there, putting his team in a bit of trouble. Excelsior have a throw in their own attacking third.
Kingston Technical with the possession. And robbed of the ball. Number of players down again. Fowler from Kingston Technical and Fuller from Excelsior.
I think Fowler trying to make sure he stays out of the book. You could just see the eyes there looking around to see if the referee was coming. Excelsior need Fuller to come alive there, number 10. Certainly an impact player for them. A lot of the good things that have happened for Excelsior coming out of midfield, he has been involved. So they really need him to orchestrate this comeback.
Yeah, if anyone is going to make it happen, it would definitely be him.
Ikalia Fuller.
The number 10. I'm sure he has it for a reason. Very skillful player. Let's see what he does with this free kick coming in right after Fowler gets his adequate treatment.
Getting some scores from the Manning Cup as a Fowler is substituted. Here's a free kick inside the area. Kingston Technical trying to head it away. And, Forbes is back there. Does well to put it into touch.
Scores coming in. Other Manning Cup action. Woolmer's lead Camper down by a goal to nil. What a match that is. And Jamaica College leads St. Mary's College by 6 goals to nil. And second half action. Woolman's Camperdown. That sounds like a really most watering match there.
Well, at least on paper.
Yeah, based on what Camperdown produced last season. Now Woolman's weren't at their best, but that team now is 1 year older.
Yep, and they are now coached by one Jerome Waite.
Correct.
Ball lofted to the edge of the box. Kingston technical again, defending stubbornly. Ball robbed in the middle of the park. Can they capitalize again? And it's picked up by Sinclair. Ball playing inside the box, so flag goes up. That delivery from...
That must have been a trick pass from Sinclair there. That ball he produced for the goal was amazing in terms of the precision of the pass. Renai Sinclair. Other scores coming in, DaCosta Cup action. And a surprising scoreline in the second half. Charlemont lead Dintil by 2-1. Well,
it's been a ding-dong battle in recent times between those two teams, actually, Dintil and Charlemont. So
nothing ding-dong about where Dintil gets to, though, compared to Charlemont.
That's also true. We've been to a couple of finals in recent years. Dintil. Charlemont, of course, they know what it's like to win a trophy or beat at the lower levels, the Ben Francis Cup. Here's delivery inside the area. Excelsior still with the possession, but they've been hounded by Kingston Technical, and they always have an outlet, and this from distance goes wide. That effort coming in from Roshan Russell.
A very interesting tactic that Kingston Technical are trying to employ right now is to leave two players up at all times on the last line of the Excelsior defense. At the end of the first half, I spoke about how Excelsior had both of their midfielders and their centre backs back, which helped to create a platform. In this case now, with two Kingston Technical players being forward, it has really helped them to progress the ball better, and that has definitely been instrumental in them getting back into the game and now leading it.
They were looking for a foul there, Excelsior. The call didn't go their way, and again the long ball boots upfield looking for an outlet. There were three on this occasion looking to counter. Here's Excelsior, and the ball was too soft to find Russell on the right hand side.
Kingston Technical don't necessarily have the greatest reputation at maintaining leads just like that. They've been known to concede goals late and get a bit scrappy toward the end of games and concede a lot. So let's see if they've learned from last season and before. You can already see they're looking to be rushed. The fact that they have that lead, just looking to boot out the ball instead of construct something going forward. So just need to be careful of that. Still need a calm mind.
Forbes definitely has to produce that calm mind, being the talisman of this team now. And he's definitely lived up to the billing so far.
Yeah, the team goes where he goes. And at the moment he seems to be going far. And the yellow card will be shown to Forbes. So right now he's gone into the referee's book.
I say hope he doesn't go off, because then you said, based on what you said, the team will be off.
And so too the team. Really don't want to get a yellow card in the 64th minute though, for time wasting. Kingston Technical making another change here with Kimani Jackson coming on. Replacing Kimani Lawrence, I believe.
Yeah. So Kimani for Kimarley.
The flag going up, saving the blushes of Michael Clark.
Quite an uncertain start for him so far. Another yellow card. Is it? He's just putting away the yellow card now. His referee reads, so not sure what happened there.
Excelsior on the prowl. Green does well. And in the perfect position at that occasion, Thierry Merritt. Just one touch required to go forward. Swing and a miss. Forbes has it. Forbes heading to the byline. Forbes, and that's a wonderful challenge. Forbes will try to win it back though. That's his spirit. It's a goal kick to Excelsior.
Ever so often when a player, a talisman, leaves a school, they're looking for a new hero. Forbes has definitely stepped up to the billing so far. They'll be hoping that persists for all of the season.
Can he keep that in play? Yes. And now it has gone out for a throw-in to Excelsior. Did well to win it and keep it in. Here they come, Kingston Technical. Had more space to work with, but Excelsior in response, but good work there by Merritt coming across. Utilizing his speed to good effect in covering the area. Thierry Merritt. And the corner kick has to be retaken. And another Kingston Technical player goes down. That's the captain, Orain Sinclair. But he decides to just get up quickly. Ball sent inside, and the header is straight to the goalkeeper. Excelsior had a big chance there through Lennon Green. Again, it's punted long. The Excelsior captain is there, speaking with his goalkeeper all the time, Michael Clark, who in the end, for some reason, had to backpedal to get that one.
The goalkeepers aren't really clearing their lines effectively. All of their clearances have a lot of backspin, which makes it hard for whoever they're trying to pick out to win the headers effectively.
Green knows he should have done better there with that header. He made the clearance and he went down. Thierry Merritt probably got a knock on his thigh. His upper thigh. Just being corrected by my producer. Good to have Norman Manley High back in the competition. But presently they are trailing St. Andrew Technical by 2-0. As we see the challenge from Green on Merritt.
Merritt has surely been heavily involved today. Defensively, he's really put himself about putting his body on the line for his team, and he's definitely going to try and help them to see out this result, if his body will permit it.
Lots of eyes for him. Big lead is for Kingston Technical. A team who over their history have done well in the knockout competition or in knockout stages generally. Two-time
Oh, he's allowed to take it down, and finally it was cleared.
Two-time Walker Cup champions, Kingston Technical. Got to the final last year of the Walker Cup again. Couldn't get over the hurdle. Excelsior over recent years, if you think back to when they were dominant the last time, when they did the double 2003, 2004, as they make a change here. It's been a while we've seen that level of football where they dominated the corporate area football arena, even though they have won the zones as number 8 goes out.
Rashawn Russell exits, Dante Burt comes on.
Even though they have won their zones on and off and have got to the quarterfinal stage, they just haven't been able to put together that quality to really fully penetrate the league and put serious pressure on the likes of Jamaica College, Kingston College, and before that St. George's. That era in the early 2000s or so, or even in the 90s, very dominant units, Excelsior.
Their coach Xavier Gilbert has been dominant with women's football, schoolgirl football. He'll be hoping to replicate that dominance with them.
Well, he hasn't really been able to show that same level of success, and he's been coaching the boys for a while.
They've been inching closer and closer to success. The final of the Walker Cup in 2019, the semi-finals last season. So I'm sure they'll be looking forward to
making that step up, eh?
Definitely.
Kingston Technical. And they're looking for that third goal to kill this off as a contest.
Albeit, as we said, that was in a knockout competition, the Walker Cup. Really looking at the Manning Cup and how they've penetrated it or lack thereof.
They're in behind here, and there are more players coming forward. Needs a good delivery. 2 to aim for inside the box. Didn't reach them.
Many had really been impressed at how well Excelsior had done over the years, considering they didn't have a 6th form. It was just 1st to 5th. And the fact that they achieved so much, 7 Manning Cup titles, as we said, you know, 7 Walker Cup titles as well.
And
but none recently.
They had one of the all-time best coaches in Liebert Allemann as well, who was a
big
stickler for discipline, and yeah, he was that driving force for them through the years, and he would have created different iterations of Excelsior in the Manning Cup competition.
Yeah.
There's always been arguments as to which cohort the best for Excelsior over the years.
Well, since they have started winning Excelsior, this has been their longest drought.
Yeah.
For sure. 2004, so that's some 18 years. Won for the first time in 1953. And there was a 16-year gap, but after that they have found ways to win in every decade. Well, it's been a long wait for them to get back to the helm of Manning Cup football, and even the helm of this game, it's been a struggle.
4 years ago, Kingston College supporters would be like, 16 years? Meh.
Yeah. What was their weight? 32?
Yeah, 32 years. Saw grown men cry in the aftermath of that Manning Cup success for Kingston College, and I suppose it will be the same here for Excelsior. They have a strong past students association.
Aggie, as they call themselves.
They're past students in every facet of life, including media production, especially at SportsMax.
I knew you were coming there.
When you're instructed by your producer to move on. Here's Excelsior. Running out a little bit of juice, Excelsior. Although I think Kingston Technical have done well to just almost drag this game to a halt in the last few minutes.
Earlier I spoke about how the game needs to be slowed down. I didn't quite mean like this.
but it's to their liking.
Yeah, it's definitely the longer you have the lead, the sooner you'll get to winning. So that's definitely their ploy right now to slow down the game. Excelsior can't string that many passes together right now. They're muddying up the midfield, stopping the game with injuries when they can.
It's really a scrap out there, and that's not necessarily a bad thing for Kingston Technical, because it's like they're telling Excelsior to go into the mud with them, so to speak. And right now, Excelsior trying to play that game, unable to put the passes together to get by Kingston Technical. Not yet anyway.
But as you said earlier, Kingston Technical looking to waste time way too early, and they have not had a good reputation in terms of protecting leads. So, yeah.
It may bite them.
Still need to look to make positive strides. Kingston Technical, as you said, still some 14 minutes of regular time. So let's say, and with the amount of time that they've wasted so far, I'm expecting at least 5 or 6 minutes of stoppages. So we have another 20 minutes to go.
Oh, this one is lofted high, had to be headed away, and the follow-up shot, not a lot of power in that from Damar Edwards. What an opportunity that was for Excelsior to get back level.
The left back there on his weaker foot, albeit, but it was still a very good chance for them there. Got it on target, but not much else.
Well, you haven't seen a shot on target for a while for Excelsior.
Yeah, I was about to say they're lacking a bit of energy going forward. I wouldn't be surprised if a few changes are made by Xavier Gilbert now. We spoke about the need to see more of Fuller, and he's been totally out of the game. You hear the Kingston Tech supporters saying, out of your life, so they just want the ball to be cleared, but
Sinclair wins a free kick.
Controversial decision there. Seemed a bit more of a 50-50.
Something we notice a lot, especially at the start of the season. A lot of players cramping, not used to playing 80 minutes, 90 minutes at this intensity. And yeah, certainly cramp here. And quite a few players have been suffering from that. This Orion Sinclair, the captain.
Well, this is what happened. There was a battle going on.
Captain versus captain.
And a foul was given. Well, free kick to Kingston Technical.
Yeah, the foul was given for the arm which was thrown. The arm that was up in the air. And the referee didn't like the fact that the elbow was in the face of Sinclair from his...
But he also suffered cramp in the process. I actually thought it was a leg injury. As we take a look at the SportsMax app moment, courtesy of the SportsMax app, and what other play could it have been? Renai Sinclair to Jadine Forbes. What a turn that was. And then the quick look up, the delightful ball over the top, and then Forbes with the finish. You could watch that over and over again. And that's why it's our SportsMax app moment of the game, courtesy of the SportsMax app. Download it today to keep abreast of all the action in schoolboy football in the UEFA Champions League. A few interesting results today. and so much more. You can tune into the SportsMax app for all your sporting desires. "10 minutes to go, plus I'm assuming quite a few minutes to be put on for stoppages."
You can see that Kingston Technical are not committing.
Well, the shot is going straight to goal! Off the bar and behind Forbes again! Almost pulling something magical out of the hat.
He did get a touch though, Clark. Give him credit, he did get a touch onto the bar. I'm almost sure of it. Look here, great awareness from Forbes. It looked like he might have gotten a fingertip touch there onto the bar. Here it comes. Oh yes,
Yeah.
he did. Yes, he did.
Probably still would have struck the crossbar as the corner kick comes in, tries to take it on the volley. Orain Sinclair, and now this effort from Kimani Jackson is wide of the mark. Jackson, of course, coming on as a substitute a few minutes ago for Kingston Technical. Well, this is the venue for spectacular goals, usually for Excelsior high players. But Jadine Forbes almost got his second with a stunner. Edwards. Midwinter. Offside.
I'm sure you'll get a card for that as well. Yep, whistle was already blown. I'm not so sure he wants to be wasting time either. The goal scorer Richard Andrews.
Kingston Technical would definitely love that.
Probably ask him to do it again. Oh, he does well. A physical presence as well, Ronai Sinclair. Blythe couldn't get there, and it's put in touch by Kimani Jackson.
The satisfied but anxious faces of Kingston Technical supporters there as Excelsior prepares to make 2 substitutions.
Timor McLeod is off. Nathaniel Wall, the twin of the starting goalkeeper. Bailey is off as well. Stephen Bailey. Ronai Sinclair's days up for Kingston Technical. Damari Brooks comes on in his stead. Safety first. Thought he had options there. Thierry Merrick, but he decided to just put in the touch. Now Rashawn Grant finds the turf. I can't wait to see the number that's going to be going up for stoppages.
I'm sure it will upset Kingston Technical. They'll definitely feel hard done by, but they've really slowed this game down to a halt.
Lofted ball. Not handled well. Fuller doing some work defensively and then trying to launch an attack. Fuller needs to retrieve. Running out of real estate. It's a throw into Kingston Technical.
And he's totally run out of gas, Fuller. It's been a very weak second half from him. And we spoke about the importance for him to have a good second half to really get back into the game, but he just looked like he's run out of gas. The Excelsior number 10, and we haven't seen much from him at all. In fact, he's hardly got on the ball.
He's dropped increasingly deeper and deeper as the half has worn on.
Almost looks like he's hiding from the game.
Yeah, trying to find some space. I would like to say in his case, he makes a good pass there, good attempt at a pass.
Yeah, so you see what he can do when he gets on the ball. He has the vision, he has the skill, but he obviously doesn't have the lungs.
Maybe that will come by the end of the season, halfway through the group stage.
Depending on the end of the season, there's a late challenge there. Was there? No. Referee says play on, and that's a challenge. That's illegal.
And we speak about Fuller trying to be a talisman. See really who is the real talisman there on the field. Forbes, what a fantastic game he's had so far.
Player of the match?
Definitely. He's been everywhere for this team. It's not only his attacking contributions. He's dropped back to play defensive midfield at times. He's been the last person in the defense at times. He's always there, look at that, working hard for his team. Created when they needed creating, scored when they needed scoring. He's definitely been a huge part of everything that Kingston Technical has done well here today.
And Edwards finds himself in the referee's book after that challenge. We have a minute to go and then some.
I'm sure Coach Nicholas Smith will be very happy with how his team has managed the game, one could say. His star players have shown up as we mentioned, and a win here at Excelsior, probably the hardest game in the group, will definitely set them off very well.
Ball played out wide. First touch inside. Went by Tristate Williams. Probably a little behind him as well. 6 minutes of stoppages to be played. And I suspect that was a conservative number. Oh, they've given up the ball, Kingston Technical, and Excelsior returned the favour. Picked up by Sinclair. Rain Sinclair. Well, easily handled by Johnson.
Forbes working again. Took over that number 8 from Makwan Aldridge, because Forbes did wear the number 6 last season. And as I said, he's taken over the role of talisman as well.
And playing that box-to-box midfielder well.
Yes, he's done a really good job. Of course, Mr. President's skill, ability, goal scoring prowess of Makwan Aldridge, of course, and JC have benefited big time, especially since getting Premier League experience this year with Malines United. So, yeah, but what the coaching staff have done with this unit, which is a combination of the players returning from last year and new players, it looks good. They can cause trouble.
And Forbes is down again. I think there was a little signal to the coaching staff to replace him, but he has put in a shift and a half, hasn't he, Jaden Forbes?
It's so surprising that we just spoke about Jamaica College. They now lead by 9-0 against St. Mary's College in Manning Cup action. Last time we heard, Woolmers was leading Camperdown by 1-0 at half time. They're now leading by 2-0, so they have doubled their lead. The boys from Hero Circle. Over Camperdown, that would be a big result.
Forbes coming off for Alwyn Bennett to see out the rest of this. Minimum of 4 minutes left in the game. Excelsior also making a substitution. Damien Foster coming on.
For Edwards, eh?
For Javier Edwards, yes. Let's see if they can create anything with the time left.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of time remaining. Oh, that's a tough clearance on the edge of the box.
Oh, free kick Excelsior. Well. Look from the referee as well.
It wasn't for the strong challenge.
Yeah, it was for the little clip of the foot just before, and he saw it. He's had a good game, Malika Reed.
Now the question is, what can be done with this? The wall is being set up. Here's the opportunity. Oh, off the post and in! Off the keeper! Nicalia Fuller! The goal won't go to his name, but he has surely created it with that opportunity, with a fabulous hit off the post and then onto the keeper. And Excelsior have found their equalizer. It's 2-2.
So that will be an own goal. It was on the way out, and the goalkeeper Orr helped it in. What a strike. We spoke about the need for this man to be involved in the game for Excelsior. They're number 10. He's been quite right throughout the second half. But just like good players show you all the time, all they need is that moment. And it was an excellent free kick. It would probably go down as an own goal, though, as it came off the goalkeeper and back in.
It will.
But yeah, it doesn't matter. Excelsior may have just salvaged something from the game, and we spoke about Kingston Technical's reputation conceding late goals. The story goes on.
Another twist in the tail there.
Or is it the same tail?
Talisman always come to the fore, and Fuller definitely came to the fore there. Now it's up to Kingston Technical. How much will they force the issue with the small amount of time remaining?
was a silly free kick given away on the edge of the box, a cynical one at the clip of the heels. And yeah, quality was there from Fuller, and Jaheim Orr, really disappointing for him. He was beaten by the strike. The upright saved him, but not his legs. Very unfortunate for the goalkeeper.
Excelsior has one more chance.
And the referee has seen enough. Not even the 6 minutes that he asked for. At the end of the 90, Excelsior coming away with a point with that stoppage time strike from their number 10, Nicalia Fuller. An own goal in the end as it came off Jaheim Orr in goal. But Excelsior, knowing that they get to share the spoils after having to come from behind. Kingston Technical did really well, but they went to type in the end, conceding late. And Jadine Forbes had a really good game. He is our player of the match. And he will be disappointed with the result. But in the overall scheme of things, they did come to Excelsior. They did get a point. And it sets up this stage really well. This group stage of the Manning Cup. And this group in particular with the top two teams, we think, meeting up pretty early here. Of course, there will be a return leg. But all there is right now to do is to contemplate what could have been. We saw a lovely game after 90 minutes. The scoreline is Excelsior High 2, Kingston Technical High School 2.
Full match highlights. We saw 4 goals a year ago. We see 4 goals here today. Tough encounter, especially in the middle of the park. Excelsior, the home team, coming forward, strike, heading wide. Jaheim Orr not taking any chances. Parnick wide. They would continue to come forward. Excelsior with this strike from distance. Comfortably wide. Javier Edwards there. Then this moment would have fallen to Sinclair. Empty goal. Unable to convert. The captain, Antoine Johnson, in the right place at the right time. Yeah, Jaheim Orr Ball just getting that wrong. And Sinclair had an opportunity to put his name on the sheet, Renai Sinclair, but couldn't. Then this brilliant free kick from Forbes. And what a save that was from Wall as well. Excellent save. Forbes, though, he had such an excellent game there, number 8, Jadine Forbes. Try to repeat the action. Then the moment where Excelsior changed the contest. Lovely finish with the left foot by Richard Andrews, opening up his body well. So easy to get those wrong, especially on an uneven surface. But yeah, took it well. Good move by Fuller. We spoke about the importance of him. Got the ball wide to Millwood. And yeah, well done by Bailey actually. And then the goal. 1-0 after 37 minutes. Excelsior continuing to come forward. Fuller again orchestrating things in the middle of the park. Then this ferocious strike, well saved by Orr. And that was Russell with the strike. Then this pass from Fowler out to Forbes. Forbes rounded Wall, and Wall brought him down with the arm. Penalty for Kingston Technical. Put away by Tadane Williams. Excellent finish into the far corner for the number 9. That came after 48 minutes. Kingston Technical back in the contest. What a start to the second half. And then this just 2 minutes later. A beautiful pass by Sinclair and a top finish by Forbes for his first of the season. Boy, he likes scoring on open day encounters for Kingston Technical. And lovely looping header. Wall, no chance. And Kingston Technical turning this match around in 5 minutes of the second half. 2-1 they led after 50 minutes. And Forbes had a lot to say. Excelsior, one of their few moments inside the 18-yard box in the second half. Kingston Technical continue to come forward. That's another brilliant free kick by Forbes. Just noticing that the goalkeeper was off his line. Michael Clark, who had come on for the injured Wall. And then this moment for Excelsior in stoppage time. 94th minute, free kick by Fuller, who had been missing in the entire second half. Off the legs of Orr and in. It's an own goal, but Excelsior salvage a point after 94 minutes. Wow, Excelsior 2, Kingston Technical 2. Full-time statistics. 2-2 after 90 minutes, from 14 shots from Excelsior, 6 on target, 4 on target from 10 for Kingston Technical. It was a shootout. 22 fouls and some 5 yellow cards shown by referee Malika Reed. Just a 1 offside, 4 corners shared evenly, 5 saves for the Kingston Technical stalwart between the sticks, J.E. Moore, just the 1 for Excelsior. Majority of the possession for Kingston Technical, but all square after 90 minutes. They share the points. Excelsior 2, Kingston Technical 2. Let's hear from our man of the match, Jadine Forbes.
Thanks a lot, Chris. I'm here with the man of the match, Jadine Forbes, and he will be presented a trophy by our marketing manager, Natalie Campbell. Congratulations to you, Jadine. What do you talk about your performance?
Well, for us, it's not the results we wanted, but to face a team like Excelsior and get 1 point, it's a good one to take.
I gotta talk about that goal that you scored, though. Did you see the goalkeeper advancing? What made you go for the lob?
Yeah, I saw him, but I glanced him, so I just. But.
And then the free kick that you took later on in the game, you told me that you think that should have scored.
Yeah, that one should have scored, but it didn't, so we'll just come again.
All right, well, thank you so much, and well done to you. Yeah, let's have a chat now with the coach from Kingston Technical, Nicholas Smith, who is a pretty comfortable man right now. He doesn't seem too bothered. Coach, what do you make of the performance from your team?
Well, it was a very good performance today by the team. As you see, we dominated most of the game. We played some good stuff out there today. I am very much pleased with my team performance, to be honest. It's just tough that we end up draw 2-2 at the last kick of the game, basically, you know. But it's just one of those days. It's better to get 1 point away from home than none at all. So.
What do you make of Jadine, though, replacing Makwan? I know that was a tough loss, but what do you think about him?
Well, I wouldn't say JD replaced Makon, because JD was a part of the team last year as well. You know what I mean? It's just that when other players are not here, other persons have to step up and show that they are senior persons in the team, and JD did that today, so we are grateful for that.
All right, quick turnaround time between now and your next match, which is against Clancarty. Who would have come away with a draw here today? What do you think it takes to get the 3 points?
Well, we'll just go back to the drawing board tomorrow, get some massaging, some ice baths and stuff, because there's not a lot of time to really and truly do any training, and we go again on Thursday, and hopefully on Thursday we can get across the line with the 3 points.
All right, coach, thank you so much.
All right, cool.
Let's have a chat now with the coach from Excelsior, Xavier Gilbert. Coach, 2-2 in the end, getting a late goal. What's your assessment of the overall performance of the team?
I'm a little bit disappointed, but happy in the end that we managed to come away with a point. Kingston Technical did very well, especially in the second half. They started the game very aggressive. They didn't really give us time to play. And I think their game plan worked. We didn't execute as best as we could have, but it's the first game of the season. You never want to lose, and we're happy that we didn't lose today. Thankful for the point. I'm a little bit disappointed that we are at home and didn't manage to secure 3 points. What is the start of the season? Schoolboy, first game at home, televised game. A little bit of anxiety, and we just didn't play as best as we could. But I have to give them credit. They fought the way back in the game. The first 10 minutes of the second half was the worst period of the game, and we managed to concede 2 goals there. But I have to give them credit for the way they fought back and at least managed to secure a point.
Well, next up you have Cumberland. They would have won a game already. And what is it going to take for you to get that 3 points against Cumberland?
It's just to recover now and prepare mentally. I'm happy that this one is out of the bag. It's the first game, and then we should be a little bit settled for the rest of the season coming.
All right, coach. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So we've seen a couple of good games here this afternoon at Excelsior High. Cumberland and Jose Mati, of course, played yesterday, with Cumberland coming away with the 3 points, and of course today a couple of drawn results: Campion College and Clancarthy 2-2, Excelsior and Kingston Technical 2-2. So it's an interesting group, to say the least. Cumberland, of course, on top with 3 points, and then a four-way tie in essence for second: Campion College, Clancarthy, Excelsior, and Kingston Technical, and of course Jose Mati. They have some work to do to get off the foot of the table in this Group F. Lots of action on SportsMax 2 as far as the Champions League is concerned. Shakhtar Donetsk and the Celtic will do battle tomorrow, 11:45 a.m., 12:45 a.m. 12:45 p.m. ECT. And then in the afternoon in the morning on Thursday, 11:45, 12:45 p.m. ECT, Midtjylland against Lazio. And Sheriff against Manchester United, live Thursday, 11:45 a.m., 12:45 p.m. ECT. And you can catch the Europa League match on SportsMax 2, as well as Real Betis against Ludogorets at 2 p.m., 3 p.m. ECT. We have schoolboy football action to look forward to on Saturday. Tatius Golding against Central High at 12:30 p.m., 1:30 p.m. will be in Clarendon, the home of, well, we're going to be at Glenmuir High as well, and they'll be in action against Denby High Saturday, 3 p.m., 4 p.m. ECT. You can catch that on SportsMax 2 as well as on the app, free of cost on SportsMax Plus. That's it as far as the action is concerned. Just reminding you of the second game of the doubleheader here: Excelsior and Kingston Technical playing to a 2-2 draw. It's goodbye from us here at Excelsior High.